Hello YouTube, this is Hemingray 1893, and I got this old desktop from 2004. It's a Dell Dimension 4700. It runs Windows XP, and I'm going to put it in a cardboard box. For some reason, make it something worthy of being on Jeff Foxworthy's Facebook page. Anyway, I assume if you're watching this video, you want to build one too, or at least interested in how they work. So here's just a couple of warnings I'd like to get out of the way. Number one, I would recommend using only an old computer you wouldn't mind ruining, because wondering if you just broke something is the last thing you want to be thinking about with your new $1,000 Asus. If you use new parts from Tiger Direct or something, know that doing this may void the warranty, so you are doing this at your own risk. Two, never, ever, ever store important or sensitive information on this computer. This is never to be considered a reliable device. Three, if there is a fan on something before disassembly, there better be a fan on it after reassembly. Some computer parts can get extremely hot. Four, this computer should be on an electric line protected by a circuit breaker or fuse box at all times. And the last is just the general one, build this at your own risk. Alright, well now that that's out of the way, I'm going to show you the tools you'll need. Now, really the only tools you need is some screwdrivers and maybe a couple of combination wrenches. I doubt it. But this wouldn't be Hemingway's workshop if it didn't incorporate the use of a variety of antique tools. So, first off, we have these vintage M. Klein & Sons lineman pliers. Lineman pliers are an extremely versatile tool. These are, I think if I read the date code correctly, made in 1950, so they're awesome. Next we have these old Klein needle nose pliers. As you can see, the end has been ground off by the relative who owned it before we did. We have vintage Klein duckbill pliers. And there's a date code on the inside, I don't know if you can see it, that says 330. Yeah, these were made in March 1930, my friend. We also have a variety of wire cutters. These are vintage crescent wire cutters. These are old SK cutters, which is kind of an obscure brand from Japan. And these big boys right here, these are the big guns. These are old Utica cutters. So yeah. And then wire strippers. I doubt you'll need them, but they're an invaluable tool to have. Flashlight, that's a given. A knife or a box cutter is good for making vent holes and things in the cardboard. This is an old Western brand knife. And if you have vision problems, maybe a magnifying glass would be helpful. Okay, now let's move on to the mechanics. So, helping me today is my good friend Jake, known on YouTube as JKarate11, and he's just going to tell you some stuff about a computer.
Okay, so pretty obvious here. We got our case. This computer has two external drives. These are 5.25 inch. Basically, this is a DVD, and this is a CD.
And a floppy.
And it also does have a floppy right here, and these are on your inside. The computer has a hard drive mounting cage right here. I don't know if you can get a close-up on that. And it supports up to two hard drives. It only has one in it. Then we got this a big green thing. I don't know how well you can see that or not. Maybe we should flip this over on its side.
There we go.
Got some more light in there. This big, huge green thing. Not this. That's a fan thing that goes over your processor. It's got an intake thing on the back. Huge green thing is the motherboard. Then in here you have your two DIMMs of RAM. You can have up to 4 on this computer. This is a PCI modem card, I believe.
The one sticking up.
Yes, and you can tell because right out here in the back. This is your motherboard I/O shield and all the goodies on it. And lastly, this is your power supply. You can tell because it plugs in and it comes out. And one unit. It's got all your cables, and you know this computer's totally not dusty at all. Really clean, right?
Yeah, for being how old it is.
Well, I assume Best Buy probably blew it out with dust when they had work done in the past. But anyway, now we're gonna get to moving the parts. And when the parts are all moved, we're gonna go through and then go down the line on the parts, and then try assembling it in our cardboard box.
Alright, so here are all the parts laid out. If you do not know your computer parts very well, I would recommend, may I emphasize that,
Strongly recommend.
take pictures of things, draw sketches, make diagrams,
Or have someone else take it apart for you.
Yeah, like he did. Or even labeling wires is also a good idea.
And another thing, dust.
Yep.
A lot of it.
And basically what you're going to do is you're just going to reassemble it in the same order you took it apart. And the reason why I have all those wire cutters and pliers isn't for removal. It's because when you put it in the cardboard box, you're going to have to take old wire and make like mounting brackets for the stuff to hang it inside the box.
Unless you're doing it temporary, we shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, we're only doing ours for like 30 seconds, for starting ours for 30 seconds for demonstration.
I don't recommend you keep the box for more than 3 months without, I mean, if you're really want to do it, fine, but do so at your own risk.
Yep.
Alright, now with that out of the way, I would like to explain the parts. Please bring the camera closer. Alright, this is your motherboard. In here, we have 2 RAM DIMMs. They are in dual channel. That means each one's doing half the work. This board supports up to 4, but we only have 2 in it right now. This is a 256 megabyte and another 256 megabyte for a total of 512, or a half of a gigabyte. Considering that most computers today have either 4 or 8 gigs of RAM, that's pretty low. This is the old Intel Pentium 4. Well, you can see the white thermal paste on there.
Do not touch that.
Don't touch that. No. Keep it clean.
Ever.
And if you don't have any extra thermal paste lying around, you got to make sure you line it up exactly with this heat sink, which we took off.
And don't touch that either.
Don't touch the bottom of the thermal paste down there. Unless you plan on cleaning it off with rubbing alcohol and then reapplying thermal paste. But if you don't have any extra, which most people don't touch it. Pretty simple here. We got a hard drive. It's a Western Digital Green 500 gigabyte with a 32 megabyte cache on it. It's a SATA hard drive, surprisingly. You can tell by the connectors, which basically means it's a new technology drive, but it's would have been brand new for the time of this board. We have a DVD and a CD drive right here. We got an old school floppy drive right here.
Yeah.
IDE cables. I love those. This is your fan
cowl.
This is the fan for the cowl. And this is your power supply. And of course, we have the case. But we also have the case. Alright, so we're going to get assembling this thing, and you'll see it when it's all assembled.
So this is how it looks like when it's assembled. We've basically disassembled everything and reassembled them. Notice in the exact same order. They may not be in the exact same place, but then again we have a sort of computer knowledgeable person. So, yeah, him. So, you know, we know what we're doing. If you don't, I would recommend doing them in the exact same place. By the way, when I talk of copper mounts, I mean like that, where we mounted the hard drive. We had to make it out of a wire. Other times we actually took wood screws or metal boring screws and just used them to hold things into the cardboard. It will work. Trust us.
Okay. Computer's all assembled. We're going to turn it on now. Ready?
Yep. Let's try this.
We put the power button in the back.
Okay,
Here,
that's...
you can come take a good look at it. It's starting up.
Yeah, the fan's going. That's good. It's good.
Cool air. We got the post beep. Now it says, drive 3 not found. Just hit the F1 key to continue.
I'm going to turn the volume up because I love Windows XP.
The best operating system ever made by Microsoft.
Ever.
Support's ending on April 8th of 2014, sadly. We'll miss you, XP.
We will.
On an old 1024 by 768 monitor. The best. Okay.
Go to my...
Click on your account.
Yep. Thank you, tools.
Oh, and just if you're wondering, we did not hook up the CD DVD drives and we did not hook up the floppy because they are unnecessary, but the rest of it is hooked up.
It works.
Now the fan is spinning a little loud right now, but the speed should go down.
Yeah. But the important thing is, it works. Yep. Alright. Thank you for watching.
Alright.
Good
we
luck.
Did this, and, yeah.
Yeah.
And,
It works. It's a working computer.
You know, you work one day, you can go ahead and do this.
Yeah.
I am jkarate11 and Hemingray 1893.
Mm-hmm.
And be sure to subscribe to both of us. And this is a cardboard box computer with the official Dell logo.
Yay. And it's a computer.
Alright.